Secret Wars is basically where you have any and everybody coming back to reprise the role as a previous one, because it's going to be Variant City.
You just got to, honestly, you just got to give all your old actors one movie deals of like 30,000.
Yeah.
30,000, 100,000, just to be like, come shoot this.
Shit, millions. Millions of dollars.
Hey,
thousands.
if y'all, hey, I'm Kevin Feige.
Millions.
I know you're listening. I sent you the link.
Look, see them hating ass niggas talking, tell them niggas stop it. Move back, baby, run down Texas. Off the Berkey, boy, I'm dangerous. I'm in a double R, shit look like a spaceship. Everything is up there. Should have posted my mix.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacting Show. I'm your host, Feeq or Feeq, with my co-host.
Dana Dane in the building. What's happening? It feels like we haven't spoken here in a minute. Well, it's because we haven't. But,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's good to be back. Good to be recording. Because we got a lot of information for y'all to drop, for y'all to listen to. Excuse me. I'm just excited. Summer is coming to an end. And, yeah, very excited.
And yes, sir. And on the Redacted Show, we talk anime, manga, however you want to say it. DC movies, Marvel movies, superhero shows, everything in between, sports, life tips. They could be bad, they could be good. Depends on the day of the week. And yeah, make sure everybody's listening right now, rate us 5 stars, leave a comment. Spotify, Apple helps us move up, helps us find new listeners, and helps the show grow. So today on the episode, we're gonna be talking all Marvel. We're talking from phase, really much the end of phase 4 a little bit, but the bulk of it is going to be from phase 5 into phase 6.
Yeah. So basically all the San Diego Comic-Con announcements that Marvel made during their Hall H presentation. We're going to be going into that. Some other things, our expectations for what those may bring. And also like, I guess we can go ahead and start with our thoughts of phase 4, since that's basically coming to an end with She-Hulk, and then ultimately Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So you can just go ahead and get started. So I'll go ahead and start with my thoughts. Phase 4 was definitely interesting. Probably the most controversial, I guess, period of the MCU outside of like phase 1, because that's when they were first starting and they were just like throwing movies out there. Whereas like, phase 4, you just finished arguably the greatest 10-year run of like comic book moviedom ever. And then now you're trying to figure out like, okay, we just literally killed off the face of it in Tony Stark, and then
really got rid of the people that started the original 6.
Yeah, because Captain America, I don't see Steve Rogers coming back.
I mean, he dead.
Yeah, he's not dead. Well,
he
practically,
he 90 years old. That nigga dead. He a walking skeleton.
He's not dead, but they're definitely not bringing him back for no movies. At least not that version of Captain America. Maybe in Secret Wars or something, but we'll get to that. But all in all, I mean, I liked a good amount of the projects, because for most of what phase 4 was, it was just a lot of like testing stuff. I would say the stuff that I liked was the definitely the movies. Like I liked Eternals, even though that kind of got a lot of backlash. It was just a different tone. I like the characters. I like Shang-Chi. Obviously, No Way Home was great. I don't know anyone who didn't like that movie. In terms of what else to come, in terms of Black Panther, I'm excited. This last teaser trailer that they dropped during San Diego Comic-Con put me a little bit more at ease, because I remember when we first talked about the not the trailer, but like some of the leaks,
the movie in general,
information and stuff. I was a bit nervous because okay, well, you kind of almost put yourself in a box of like not recasting T'Challa. I would say they kind of came out. I would say they kind of made that announcement prematurely. Like they didn't really let themselves think it out when it did happen. But it's that announcement kind of shocked everybody. So nobody knew what to do, not even them. But so this trailer definitely put me at ease. I'm excited to see what happens for it. Like the little small EP soundtrack that they released. They have some good songs on there, so I'm excited. Hopefully, they can add the songs are actually in the movie this time.
Oh yeah,
and not just
and not
songs.
just songs on the album. Yeah, they missed a few opportunities with that last album, but we'll see what they do.
Yeah, and then I guess for She-Hulk, I'm personally excited for it. I'm not going in here with too high hopes outside of like obviously seeing Daredevil and maybe some other rumors, but I'm going in here with my expectations tuned. I'm not expecting too much, and I think that's what a lot of people should do. Like I think a lot of people are getting excited because, oh my gosh, they're seeing Daredevil. We're getting Daredevil for the first time in the MCU. Da, da, da. Well, not for the first time. Well, I guess technically we're getting Daredevil in his costume in the MCU for the first time. We got Matt Murdock in the No Way Home movie.
Yeah.
So, but I know people are getting excited for that. But I mean, everybody relax. You know, just watch the movie. Enjoy. I mean, I've been hearing like a lot of people getting on the show for the CG, which obviously isn't great, but if the story's good, no one's gonna really care about it. Now, if the show bad, then everybody gonna be talking about it. Then it'll just be another thing. But if the show's good, then no one's really gonna care about bad CG.
Exactly. Yeah. For me right now with Phase 4, I think I'm enjoying it because I understand that it's a rebuilding. And like I've constantly said that on the timeline on Twitter and everything. Like whenever I see somebody have like a take that's like, why is Phase 4 so slow? Why is it bad? I'm like, bro, it's not bad. I said, y'all don't understand the concept of you're literally rebuilding everything with Marvel at this point. Like the only thing that's still there is like some of the old stuff after Infinity War, but like all the bases is gone because you're trying to rebuild a new face. You're trying to rebuild different teams at the same time. So it's essentially what you did during Phase 1. Like they were throwing out movies to see how the people will react.
Yeah.
And then one thing I do like also is that a lot of these shows are not like dragged out. They're not like 12 episodes or like 18 episodes or 20 episodes. I kind of like that some of these shows are like 6 episodes. And I know that that's like a testing phase. That's like Marvel testing out how many episodes we can do to see how long we keep people's attention. So that's why they started off with like the 6 episodes, then they went to 8, and now She-Hulk, I think.
She-Hulk, I think, is 8 or 9.
Yeah, She-Hulk is 9, and then it's another show that's coming out. It's supposed to be like 18 episodes.
Yeah, that's the Daredevil.
Yeah,
show,
the Daredevil.
18.
Yeah, so it's like they're going to continue build up where at some point, once they make the shows, it's going to be like, we'll probably get a season that's like 24 episodes or something. So it just depends. But really for this phase, I'm glad that they're doing the rebuild. I think that's one thing people need to keep in mind when they're watching, like whenever we're watching all these things. And I think if you rewatch some of the stuff with that in mind, it will be a lot better to digest. Because even when people were talking about, what was it, Miss Marvel, I really enjoyed Miss Marvel. It was most people I've talked to, they really enjoyed it. It was a few people that was like, this is like boring. I'm like, it's a kid in high school. You expect her to be fighting somebody like Thanos now?
The show was good. It was just those episode 4 or 5 was just not needed. Like the clandestine arc didn't really make sense to me. I think like honestly, if they could have just kept those 4 episodes, because like when the part where you were saying like it felt kind of dragged out, some of the shows, like I would say Miss Marvel, the episode 4 or 5 like didn't have to be. I mean, the Red Daggers were cool, but that wasn't really needed. I think episode 6 definitely saved it because those first 3 episodes were great. You know, I'm like, okay, this is basically Spider-Man Homecoming 2.0 essentially, just in a show form. And then episode 4 came and it was like 4 and 5 were basically the same arc. And I was like,
well, you got to add those in because a lot of people don't know who Miss Marvel is in general. Like a lot of regular comic book watchers or people that watch Marvel, they don't know who the fuck Miss Marvel is. They know Captain Marvel, but they don't know who the hell Miss Marvel is.
Yeah.
They don't know her powers. They don't even know that her original powers wasn't even like that.
Yeah.
So you have to show the backstory of like how the amulet is, how it's a different dimension, and then showing the different dimension is building upon them talking about them keep mentioning there's different parallels or universes that's building upon that concept. Cause that's the whole concept with multiverses right now, the quotation.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I think that could have just been explained in like 1 episode, whereas 2, but I see what you're saying. So I'm not like completely against what you're saying.
Oh, I know you're not.
All right, buddy. Nah, but so just for me, I think that could have been condensed.
Yeah, it could have.
Outside of that, I mean, yeah. So the other thing I'm kind of nervous about is just, I guess we'll get to it later on when we start talking about Phase 5, but like the Daredevil show, because I haven't watched it, but I will start. But like those 3 seasons, they're only 13 episodes, and they're coming out with this episode like 18, and it's like, I don't know. It just gets me nervous, but I think I trust Marvel to know what they're doing and not just put out some tomfoolery. But
it's gonna be good because we'll talk about that show later on the show. But they're also adding in more. They're adding in more rated R stuff. Like the Punisher, they're gonna make the Punisher that's gonna be rated R. So
yeah,
we can talk about that.
I guess TV mature.
Yeah. So that's gonna be they're starting to add in a rated R section. That's why they added in Deadpool and Disney Plus and Logan. Mm-hmm. So they're slowly putting the rated R stuff in there so once they get to like the Punisher, Blade probably won't be rated R, but Punisher and like a few other ones, they can have it rated R. So that's what they're building. For just to end off Phase 4, She-Hulk, I'm looking forward to it. Once I watched like the 3rd trailer, I was like, okay, I'm interested now. The first few trailers, I was like, I ain't trying to watch this bullshit.
I mean, I was gonna watch it anyway.
No, I was gonna watch it regardless.
Like you were saying, the trailers definitely put me more at ease, and then especially when Daredevil, like that one trailer when Daredevil popped, I'm like, oh shit.
No, I'm glad they're doing the take on it, having it as a law. Kind of like a law show, but Marvel in the background. So it's a law comedy type show first, then Marvel. I like they're doing that concept. And then they also showed her break the fourth wall, which is what her character does in the comics. Mm-hmm. And for people that don't know, she did that way before Deadpool. So really, Deadpool copied her. So yeah, so she's gonna be breaking the fourth wall a lot in this TV show. So that's gonna be fun to watch. And then that's gonna lead to Thunderbolts too.
Yeah, because obviously we'll probably see Val come in, maybe try to pick up Abomination or shit, even Titania, maybe one of them. I don't know, but yeah. So all in all, Phase 4, it's coming to an end. And some may be glad it is.
And Doom will be in Black Panther, or at least a mention of him. That's all y'all need to know.
Yeah, so be ready for that. I guess we can make another 7 episode of like who the next Black Panther will be, because that's a whole other episode in itself. But anywho, so in San Diego Comic-Con, which happened a couple weeks ago from the time we're recording this, they basically revealed all of Phase 5. They confirmed the end of Phase 4, which we just said which will come with Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, which is coming out in November, I believe November 11th of this year. And so the start of Phase 5 will be Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which is coming out in February 17th. And, I'm excited for this movie. I've been excited for this movie since they first announced it, and when they first confirmed that Kang was going to be like the main villain. So I'm like, okay. Like, obviously, with this, I don't expect Scott and all of them to like beat Kang, and even if they do, it's just one of his many variants, so he ain't gone. But yeah, and then I got to see like a snippet of the trailer. Obviously, they haven't released a trailer publicly, but like the trailer that they showed at Comic-Con, some of that footage was good. We got a little sneak peek of MODOK, which people was clowning.
That was a concept art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That wasn't. I mean, that was fan art. That wasn't even concept. That was fan art.
I didn't know what that was. I was like, this nigga look like a Lego.
No, that was fan art. And then somebody said it was a concept art similar to that one. Is for people that don't know. Obviously, you're listening. It's a concept art of MODOK. Pretty much the helmet on him. They said that was a mask that just covers him and it can come off.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I just saw, we probably are talking about the same art, and I thought that was from Marvel. So
Nah, the artist went underneath the picture and said, "Yeah, this is fan art."
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, Marvel, what are we doing? But all in all, I think the movie's good. The dialogue from Kane, spectacular, spot on. He's already about to be dropping some biblical quotes, and I'm here for it. I'm excited to see. Obviously, we'll be going into the quantum city, and diving more in the quantum realm. And just I've been hearing a lot of rumors that Scott Lang may die in this movie. I kind of hope he doesn't, but if he do, I mean, that'd be crazy. And I don't think he's gonna die though.
I think he's gonna. He probably will die. If he don't die and the Wasp don't die, his daughter don't die, somebody got. I'm not gonna lie. In this movie, somebody got to die.
Hank, I think, will die.
That nigga old.
But
He don't matter,
It doesn't
bro.
matter.
Him and his boo can die. Fuck that. No, but during the Comic-Con, they didn't release. Well, somebody posted the trailer. Well, a piece of the trailer, and in it, Scott Lang was talking to Kang, and he was like, "I'm an Avenger," and then Kang was just like, "Oh, you're an Avenger." And he said, "Did I kill you yet?"
Yeah, he was like, "Have I killed you before?" or something like that. I was like,
"Oh shit!"
Yeah, Kang about to be in his bag. So,
and then he was like, and then there was another scene. He was like, Scott Lang said something else, and then Kang was just like, "I'm a conqueror," and then so he's definitely gonna be he's gonna be. I feel he's gonna be dropping better bars than Thanos. I hope so, because Kevin Feige even said that for Kang and like this next couple years, he was like he wouldn't have anybody else besides Jonathan Majors shoulder pretty much the entire MCU. Yeah, so they're gonna have to give him some crazy quotes if he's saying that for him.
Yeah, and I ain't just quotes, but like disabilities. Like we need to. Because obviously this is the next big bad to Thanos, and we already know what Thanos was like. So what makes Kang different? And I think in Ant-Man Quantumania, we're going to see that. And I'm excited for it. Next, we got Secret Invasion, which will be a Disney Plus special coming out sometime in spring of 2023. With this one, I'm kind of nervous about because Secret Invasion in the comics was such like a big event, like an Avengers level event.
Yeah, because it led to Battle World.
Yeah, well, no, that's Secret Wars. Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion was when everybody was a everybody was a Skrull.
Everybody was a Skrull.
So I'm like, I don't know. I haven't seen no trailers. All we know is Nick Fury gonna be in here.
I feel like they can go two ways with Secret Invasion. And I don't think they're gonna go serious with it. I think they're gonna do comedies type stuff.
Okay,
that's just the feeling I'm getting because for just looking at the list, I know Ant-Man and the Wasp is gonna be serious. Mm-hmm. Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be goofy off rip.
Yeah, it's basically it's gonna be Suicide Squad show.
Echo, I don't give a fuck about Echo.
Yeah, I'm like
Loki's gonna be serious as hell. Mm-hmm. And then the Marvels is probably gonna be like in between. So I think that Secret Invasion is gonna be kind of goofy. I think
like you think it's gonna be a similar tone to like She-Hulk.
I think a little less goofy than that because She-Hulk looks goofy. Well, like mature type.
Yeah, mature comedy.
Type. I think Secret Invasion will be more a whole bunch of like. And I really don't want them to do this. I think if they do this, I'm gonna kind of be mad. It'll be a whole bunch of like niggas just talking, and you find out somebody's a Skrull. It's like, oh my god, you're a Skrull, like some bullshit, like some BS like that. Like, yeah, because that would really take away from how crazy Secret Invasion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, why even do that? Because they already not messed up, but they already kind of changed the, I guess, identity of the Skrulls in the MCU in terms of like in the comics they're typically were seen as like villains, whereas in the MCU they see them more as like heroes. Well, yeah, maybe we might see
helpers.
Yeah, helpers. So we may see like they might actually be different, or they may have their own agenda, and that might be explored more in Secret Invasion. But I don't know. I don't know anything about this show. It's coming out spring 2023. We're gonna see what they talking about. And,
I just pray that it's But
I pray it's not 6 episodes. Because if it is, it's just like, why even make this a show?
I think it's gonna be no more than 8. I think for that one, if it's what I'm thinking, you don't need no more than 8. Really, you need
8, 1. But they each need to be an hour long, like max.
Because I'm trying to think what they could do. Because the only scrolls we seen really are the ones that's being Nick Fury and what's her name?
Yeah, the other lady.
Old lady who helped Spider-Man in Spider-Man, what was it, 2?
Yeah, Far From Home.
Yeah. We saw them. And then we saw some more. I forgot what movie or show it was. But every time they've been introduced, they've been in like a serious situation, but they kind of joked afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's gonna be on like some
Playful
joke,
type
some
stuff.
joke, like some.
I just hope we
buddy
get,
cop type shit.
maybe we could get a hint at the Super Scroll. That would be the only thing that would turn the show around. If we get a hint at like them doing a Super Scroll, I don't know how, but hey, if they do that, then I'm like, okay, that saved the show to me.
They have Super Scroll as the villain.
Well, not. I'm just saying, like they have Easter eggs hinting at Super Scroll. Like the Scrolls, they go to their base and they're working on some project, and it's like they're testing on the villain, which will almost canonize the Fantastic Four. So,
mean, they are canon.
Well, they are. I'm just saying, like, shut up, nigga. You know what I'm talking about.
I was about to say they movie in 2
Well,
years.
yeah, but I'm saying like
I know
they already been here. Anywho, but yes, from that to the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie, that's supposed to be coming out May 5th, 2023.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That one might be sad because this is gonna be the last version of this Guardians team. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure most of them gonna die. Peter Quill probably gonna. He probably gonna die.
I really don't think I don't think any of them are gonna die. I think at most they may kill
Drax.
Nah,
You don't think
Drax
so?
Drax to the Guardians is what Korg is to Thor.
But it's like
And
this
it's
is
what
the last
Wong is
version
to-
of this team, and
It's
Dave Bautista said he ain't coming back. So this is last go around.
I don't think they kill him. I think if they kill anybody, it might be Nebula. They gonna find Gamora, obviously.
Right.
If they don't, then I don't know where the fuck they gonna throw her back into the movies. But they gonna find Gamora. I don't think they're not gonna kill Groot.
No.
They can't. They're not gonna show that.
We're gonna still be on.
They're not gonna kill Rocket. I think if somebody died, Drax may be the only one that died.
I think Rocket might die because, we know the main villain of the movie is the High Evolutionary, and he was the one who basically modded and was working on Rocket as an experiment.
Adam Warlock's in the movie.
Yeah, Adam Warlock's in the movie too, but obviously later on, pretty sure by the end of that movie, he's gonna be in a part of the team. But I'm saying like the High Evolutionary, it'll probably be a plot where they're trying to figure out like obviously his plan, and then it'll probably be like a mini backstory with Rocket, since he was the one that took Rocket and was experimenting on him, which is how he can talk and is intellectual and shit like that. So I don't know, man. It might be some like last sacrifice scene where he's sacrificing the team and that nigga dead or something.
Nah, they ain't gonna kill Rocket, bro.
Okay, watch. Mark my words. This is August 7th. I think he on the chopping block, which is okay. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
Nah, I think it's gonna be for the story. The beginning is gonna be Adam Warlock after them because obviously, at the end of Guardians 2,
right,
he was in that little chamber because they were creating them, and then they release him because he's him. For people that don't know, Adam Warlock's nickname is him. That's his other name besides. No, literally, if you look it up, Adam Warlock's name besides Adam is him. So he's him. But I think Adam Warlock's gonna be after them.
right.
So either they're gonna have to do some power of friendship and put Adam on their side, or it's just gonna be some shit that happens where Adam fights somebody else. But
No, I think the movie, like you said, will open up with Adam going after them, and
Because that nigga's Jesus.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like
he's Marvel's Jesus.
It'll be
he's one of their Jesuses.
Going after the Guardians, maybe at like the beginning, and then they find them and somehow convince them to get on their side. Because it's basically what happens in the comics. He's kind of like a villain, and then the Avengers kind of convince him to go on their side, and because they realize that he's more than just not a robot, but he's a sentient being.
Yeah, he's him.
Yeah, but and then we got like a first look at him. We got a first look at Adam, and there was a lot of people confused on like the stone that was in his head, because in the comics, the stone that's in his head is the Soul Stone, but obviously the Infinity Stones are gone.
Yeah,
so I think it's like similar to how White Vision has that little rock in his thing. I think it'll probably be something that the not his tribe, but like his people made for him, like some that's like the Infinity Stones. Cause
I was gonna say, I think it's probably
it's like a crystal that just heightens his power. Like,
yeah, I think it's just gonna be some artifact or something. They're like, this is
right. I don't think it's the.
This is the stone of our people.
The Infinity Stones are done. So
yeah, the only place the Infinity Stones are right now is with Loki in that damn office compartment box.
Mm-hmm. Which brings us, I don't know why they're doing Echo. I think Echo will be like Daredevil season 0, and what I mean by that is obviously we'll get more backstory with Echo, but in this show I'm expecting to see Daredevil more, especially since we'll see Daredevil more in the She-Hulk show, and in the comics, Echo and Daredevil have like a little love interest thing, so I can see them teaming up a little bit more. Maybe some more hints at the Thunderbolts team. Maybe they add some character in there. Obviously, we'll get more of Kingpin doing Kingpin type shit. So
ripping doors off cars.
That shit was crazy. But yeah. So I think this will be more so setting up Daredevil. I don't think this will be anything more than that. This will probably be about 6 episodes, same as the last time. Probably the same with Agatha, Coven of Chaos. We'll get to that when we get to that in the schedule. But
yeah. For the Echo show, me personally, I do not care about her character at all. She cool in the comics, but when they showed her in fucking Hawkeye, I was not like, I had no urge to learn more about her.
Yeah.
Like if I was even if I didn't know about her in the comics, I'd be like, bro, I don't give a fuck about who this is.
Yeah, this is probably like the last remnants of Marvel, like just testing characters, because obviously all Phase 4 was just them testing new characters. Like obviously Moon Knight, they just confirmed that they're doing a Wonder Man show, but I don't think we'll get that in Phase 6. We're definitely not getting that in Phase 5. Marvel confirmed that they're doing a Nova series, maybe sometime in late Phase 6, Phase 7.
Yeah, but for Echo, that's nothing I'm caring to see. I'm gonna watch it obviously because I'm gonna watch the shit, but I'm going in there with zero expectations. So the only thing they can do right now is impress me. Really, only thing they can do is they can put out the bare minimum, and I'll be like, okay, it was good.
I'm saying
because it's
gonna be Daredevil season 0. You're setting up Daredevil in a way, and then that's the end of Echo is gonna lead right into Daredevil Born Again.
Shit, probably.
I'm telling you.
You know what? We forgot to talk about though.
What's that?
The best show that's gonna come out. That Groot show.
Oh. It's supposed to be coming out sometime.
It come out this year.
Yeah, I think this month.
I think it come out. I thought it came out around Christmas.
You're talking about that Guardians like Christmas special.
But the Groot show,
the Groot show comes out this month.
Hey, that Groot show, that's gonna be the best piece. That's gonna be the best thing Marvel ever releases, bro. That trailer, hey, I'm not gonna lie, that trailer had me crying laughing.
Yeah,
he said Groot,
it's gonna be crazy.
Groot. That was funny. But after Echo, we have Loki season 2. Now this project, this is what I'm outside of the movies. When it comes to TV shows, this is what I'm most looking forward to because Loki was my favorite show. It's my favorite show out of the current shows that the MCU has dropped. And then going into this, we already know at the end of season 1 of Loki, he was transported to a different universe because they killed the other version of Kang, the one at the end of time, pretty much. And so he teleported to a different universe, and now he's with a different Kang the Conqueror, which most people are thinking is going to be the main Kang for the MCU, the Avengers movie. Most people are thinking that. Mm-hmm. With that Kang, he looks more like the battle one. I forgot the name of that nigga, but this one really is going to be, I think, the best one. I think we're going to get more exploration into Kangs, and then also, I think we're going to see more variants of people that we may think are dead too. I think they're going to touch on that a little bit more, just because how Loki season 1 touched on a little bit. I think we're going to get more emphasis on maybe some old characters that we think are dead and gone. They might be popping back up. So,
yeah, I agree. I'm excited for this next season. I'm excited to see, like you said, I think they're going to dive more into the different variants of Kang. I think this is a show to do that, where we get the Rama Tuts, the Scarlet Centurions. Maybe we might even get Iron Lad in this bitch. I don't know. That'd be crazy if we did. But I think if there's any way you drop Iron Lad, you do it in Kang Dynasty. But we'll get to that. But yeah, I'm excited for this show. And then after that, we have the Marvels, which is basically they initially dropped it as Captain Marvel 2, but it's the Marvel. So in this one, we'll be getting Monica Rambeau, as well as Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, and obviously Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. Mm-hmm. We'll be getting more of that. I think they'll be diving more into like the Kree Skrull War, because spoilers for Miss Marvel, but after Miss Marvel, like a post-credit scene, I guess mid-credit scene, Kamala gets accidentally transported. Well, her and Carol Danvers switch places. So wherever Carol Danvers was in space fighting in her little war, that's where Kamala is right now, because Carol Danvers is in Kamala's room. And this is the first time she's been back on Earth since Endgame, because she just kind of did that and dipped. And so they'll probably be talking about that. They might also introduce, I've been hearing rumors they might introduce Adam Brashear, the Blue Marvel. So that'd be cool if they did that. But outside of that, I don't really know too much about this movie, like in terms of like
it's a show.
The Marvels?
The Marvels is a show. I'm pretty sure
it's a movie.
I'm pretty
sure
that's
definitely a movie,
unless they changed it.
Because it's a movie. Because it was supposed to be Captain Marvel 2. If it's a show, I'm gonna be that would actually be hilarious. But I'm
it is. I'm thinking about the other one. But no, they're gonna be fighting the Kree. I think that's what an article said. I think the main villain's gonna be some general from the Kree. I think that's supposed to be like, because they cast the actress as the main villain. But I forget, they didn't say what the actual villain she playing is yet. I saw it on Twitter a while back. I did not save the tweet. I saw it. I was like, okay.
Okay, but I mean, outside of that, I don't really know too much about what the Marvels will be about. Maybe Secret Invasion will set some of that up. Obviously, Miss Marvel set some of that up as well, but not too much. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, they just said it pretty much is going to be, from what I looked at it and read, it's going to be a Kree war going on, and then that's who I think they're supposed to be fighting the Kree. Yeah. So they may do. I'm trying to think how it was I'm trying to think about Ultimate Alliance, the game. I know you. That's crazy to say, but I know in there you fought the Kree at one point, and then the Kree they have a princess too. They might switch it. They might switch it and make it a prince, but yeah, it's gonna be really. This movie is gonna be for opening up space more, the concept of space, the other races, and then developing more of Kamala Khan and I forgot her name. Rambo's character. Yeah, Monica Rambeau, opening up their characters more to be on a big screen.
Yeah.
Because we don't need fucking Carol Danvers.
You said it, not me. But after that, we'll be getting Blade. And I'm excited for this one because for those who don't know, Blade is a pretty Well, he was like a pretty big character in like the late 80s and early 90s in the comics until his character kind of plateaued for a bit.
And he started the MCU, niggas. He started Marvel.
Basically, not Iron Man. It was really Blade, but niggas don't want to talk about that.
First Marvel movie, bitch.
Nah, but I'm excited for this movie. I think this will set up a lot of the
supernatural aspects.
Yes, supernatural side. So depending on where they go with this, we might get a Dracula who might be a sorcerer. So we might get a Doctor Strange cameo in here. Similar to, as long as they don't like, if they do how they did it with having Falcon come in and Ant-Man, I think that'll be good. If they don't put Doctor Strange in any of the trailers, that would be, I think, a nice cameo. Have Doctor Strange in here. So it's like, remember when he showed up in Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
I wouldn't want Doctor Strange in this whole. I would want them to throw in Dark Knight.
Yeah, I
and
think
then maybe Moon Knight as a cameo, because they trademarked and copyrighted Midnight Suns like last month or a few weeks ago for a movie title or at least a TV or movie or show title.
Some project.
So they're gonna do Midnight Suns. So I would rather them throw in Dark Knight because they already showed Blade talking to him at the end of Eternals. So if you throw in Dark Knight, people are able to see his powers, quote unquote, a little bit and how he interacts with stuff, and then throw in Moon Knight so he's actually in a movie a little bit, not just a TV show aspect. Because Doctor Strange at this point, he's in the not dark dimension. He's in the fucking he went off with
Clea to go into the dark dimension to talk to Dormammu.
Yeah.
Or at least solve their incursion problem.
Yeah, so I don't want Doctor Strange in nothing right now. I've had enough of Doctor Strange in movies. He's a problem child. He causes too much shit to go haywire. I'd rather them keep it like the supernatural, but like on the vampire shit. And honestly, I wouldn't want Dracula to be no like that either. I want him to be regular Dracula. I want him to be regular Dracula, a nigga from goddamn
Transylvania.
Yeah.
I can see that. Like, make it more grounded, not adding a lot of extra.
Because with this movie, you can really do it how they do. You can make it rated R quotation marks, because that's what what's it called Endgame and Infinity War. Because really pretty much the way movies and stuff goes, as long as the blood isn't red, you can show something. You can show it's not considered rated R. That's why they were able to show Thanos get his head cut off in Endgame, because his blood is purple. So it doesn't count technically as a person, I guess, quotations, dying. So that's why if they do the Blade and they do the vampires, they make their blood like black or something, or like, I don't know, make it tar colored or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's basically what they did in Love and Thunder, that one scene.
Yeah, then you can have it where it's like, okay, these niggas are boxing, they killing vampires, but it looks rated R, but it's not considered rated R. So I would like them to go that route.
Nah, Marvel just need to stop being a bitch and just make it rated R. I think that would save a lot of time, but I understand why. They gotta ease
into it. I feel like if they hit Blade with that type of treatment, and then they wait a little bit, and then they hit the Punisher. Punisher's gonna be rated R regardless. Then they hit Punisher full blown, and they're already in talks about putting. They're already in talks with putting Deadpool in, because Kevin Feige was like, Kevin Feige said in an interview, he was like, I want to add Deadpool into the main MCU. We're just looking for ways to do that. Yeah. So that movie's whatever TV show, movie, or whatever they decide to do with Deadpool, that's automatically got to be rated R. Because if they don't, then they're not gonna make money, but they're gonna get so much backlash for it. So they're gonna have to throw that at rated R. So really, it's just the build up from Blade to Punisher to whenever they throw in Deadpool. Then after that, anything you want could be rated R.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm excited for Blade though, nonetheless. I kind of want to skip Ironheart because I think Agatha, Coven of Darkness, the only reason why I'll watch this show is because I think it'll explore a lot of the concepts that are talked about in Blade in terms of like that supernatural stuff. Because outside of that, I don't know why we're getting Agatha's show. Excuse me.
She signed a deal, bro.
Unless she gonna end up on the Avengers.
She knows something we don't.
And she's somehow able to talk to Wanda. But that'd be the only thing, is if they explore more of the Blade concepts that we see in there, or she bring Wanda back.
Yeah, with the Agatha show, I feel like she did everything she needed to do. Because even in the comics, she was like, she was Wanda's teacher at a point.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like even in WandaVision, she wasn't her teacher, but she kind of, it was a weird concept, but she kind of taught her different things.
Yeah. So maybe.
So I feel like at this point, it's no reason to.
Because it's like, Wanda don't need to learn other shit because she's the most powerful being in the universe.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, she's not fucking dead. So
yeah, but I refuse to believe she did.
If it's no body, it's no death. They just showed a flare of red energy. So she probably teleported herself when she died.
Yeah,
or she put a fucking seal on herself so she's protected and stuck.
Or Kane got her. Stupid ass.
Kane don't. Hey, if Kane can fight Wanda, nobody surviving that nigga. But the only thing I can see with this show is if they somehow have Agatha find Wanda, and if Wanda, like, just say Agatha goes to like that where the Scarlet Witch temple place was like broken down. She's like, I felt the energy here, XYZ. Wanda's in a seal. I break her out the seal, and then that's how Agatha ends.
Yeah. Or they use Agatha to set up more of like the Midnight Suns movie or whatever project they got going on. Hopefully it's a movie, but we'll see.
Yeah, so for Agatha right now, unless it's something like groundbreaking, I don't need to see her day-to-day life.
It's not.
Yeah, so
we see what she doing during WandaVision.
Bro, I ain't trying to see that shit. Bro, that'd be disgusting.
But before that, so Agatha Covenant of the Chaos is coming out in the winter of 2023, going into 2024. But before that, we have the Ironheart Disney Plus show.
Yes, sir.
They originally planned it to be in Phase 4, but this is when they were planning everything in Phase 4. So that didn't really count. But Ironheart, we'll be seeing Ironheart first in Black Panther, and we'll also be getting her. Well, at least the way the trailer looked, we'll be getting her like Mark I suit in Black Panther as well, because there's a scene in her like hammering out her little.
And that scene, I'm not gonna lie, that scene was perfect to me because it was exactly how Tony was in Iron Man 1. Mm-hmm. Literally the same way they was hammering everything. It was like exactly identical. So I really enjoyed that part from the trailer.
But, and like a good good tie to her character in terms of like she basically saw to Tony Stark as like inspiration and wanted to be like him essentially, and got his suits. Whereas in this one, Iron Man is dead, and she go to MIT, but she don't really know who Tony Stark is outside of that. So I think in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, that mentor will be more so like Shuri. So she'll be able to, a lot of her armor will come from like Wakanda tech and vibranium.
She'll tell her not to get vaccinated too, huh? Yeah, keep going.
Get off the mic. Get off the mic. Get off the mic. Get off the mic. Anyway,
so Shuri's gonna be.
I think Shuri's gonna be more of a mentor than Riri Williams.
Okay,
and I really hope in Ironheart, and I hope we get a glimpse of it in Black Panther. But I hope in Ironheart we actually like they don't bullshit how intelligent she is.
How she's one of the smartest people in Marvel.
Yeah, in the universe. Well, definitely in the world, like up there with Reed Richards and shit.
Yeah.
So I hope they don't bullshit how intelligent she is just because she's a black woman.
But, Speak on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But after that, in the spring of 24, we get
after that, we get
Daredevil Born Again. I think I'm excited with this one. This is a show where they confirmed that the first season will be 18 episodes. So they have a lot of range to do with this. But I like that. If they keep the 18 episodes like 1 hour format, I think they'll be good. I think Marvel has learned the pros and cons of doing TV shows. And I think going into Daredevil, they'll put out a better product than what they have been doing with these Disney Plus shows. They can't afford to mess this up, in my opinion.
Nah, I don't think they will, because the way they're doing it is in She-Hulk, the costume you see Daredevil wearing is actually his original costume, because his costume first started off with the yellow and red. It wasn't like fully red at first. And then they said in Daredevil Born Again, I think he's gonna start off with that costume, then he's gonna switch to, I forgot the name of the other costume, but it's red, but it's a more darker, like blackish type red. And I think he's going to go to a third costume after that. So he's going to go through 2 costumes at least, if not 3, during this show.
Yeah, I was saying that too. Well, obviously we getting his original yellow costume in She-Hulk, and then I was hearing somewhere where we get like the classic red and then maybe go to like his black and red costume. So, but I'm excited for this story. The comic book run, Daredevil Born Again run, was a great comic book run. One of the best, definitely one of the best in the Marvel, like the Marvel comic bookdom. I don't know why I had a brain fart right.
Marvel comic book
bookdom dictionary.
Bookdom?
Yeah, bookdom. Look it up.
Hell no. Marvel comic book
bookdom.
I was about to say encyclopedia. God damn.
Library. There you go. Anyway, I think Daredevil gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I kind of want them to. I don't know how, but I feel like they can. I feel like they might mention Punisher.
We might see him in here, but I don't think. And I think they confirmed this. I don't think this will be a Daredevil season 4. I think this is gonna be a new,
this is a new. Yeah, it's a new
story.
Yeah.
Set up a lot more of the ground level superheroes like Daredevil, Spider-Man,
the niggas in the trenches.
Yeah, shit, we might get Luke Cage in this bitch.
Yeah.
Damn, you didn't like Luke Cage. I mess with Luke Cage, but
it's all right.
Sleep. But
they got.
Damn, I guess we can't get Cottonmouth because the nigga who played him is Blade.
They gotta throw in. I talked to somebody about that too. They were like, how are they going to, if they do throw in Luke Cage for early, like later on, how are they going to throw in, like, say it's Luke Cage, it's the same actor. How are they going to explain the Cottonmouth part? I was like, honestly, people aren't going to give a fuck.
They're not.
I said, as long as, because Mahershala Ali, I always mess up his name. He's going to kill the Blade role.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, nobody cares.
Yeah. He's going to be a lot of people Blade. I mean, for me, it's still Wesley Snipes. But shit, that'll be live as fuck if we get like a Wesley Snipes cameo in Blade.
They need to.
Yeah. Get on that. But
are you stupid, motherfucker? That scene is crazy. Yeah, but the Daredevil show, it's going to be good. As Dana was saying, more street level type things. Maybe, hopefully, we get to see some
I'd say some more Kingpin type action.
Yeah, and then maybe we might even get. Actually, never mind. I was about to say something. I was about to say we might get She-Hulk, but and the lawyer aspect, because he's gonna be like when he's in She-Hulk, he's gonna be doing lawyer stuff too. He's not just gonna be Daredevil. So, but She-Hulk is in Cali and he's in fucking New York.
And I think depending on the rating of the show will be the tone of the show. So if the show is TVMA, like how the original first 3 seasons were, that it'll be more gritty, like hardcore, like it was in the first season. If it's any less than that, like I don't know the other TV ratings, but
PG,
yeah, PG version of TV.
TV.
If it's PG-13, then it'll probably be a little bit more lighthearted. Obviously, more street level. I think it'll probably be like in terms of tonally, like Falcon and Winter Soldier. If it's not TV mature, but
yeah, because Falcon and Winter Soldier was honestly serious. It wasn't like a serious tone in like the sense of like people are dying. Well, people did die a lot in that show, but you know what I mean. It wasn't like that. Like, oh my god, I'm serious. But it was like it was a mature. I should say mature tone. It was a mature tone. It wasn't like that. I'm a kid watching this and jittering and while people are, it was a very mature tone with mature concepts and things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think Daredevil will be on that same aspect. Shit might even get goddamn Spider-Man this whole.
That's not happening. If it does, I will literally scream at the TV if that happens. But I don't think so. I hope I'm wrong though.
What if they do a scene, you just see a spider web hit his window, somebody like swing by.
I'm screaming. I'm going to Twitter. I'm going like, ah! Oh shit. But
oh man,
I don't think that's happening because Sony has Spider-Man on lock, and if they were to allow that,
that's only gonna help Sony. Shit.
But I guess to speak on Spider-Man, it's not on this list, but I guess it's part of Phase 5 or 6. I don't know when the show is coming out, but that new Spider-Man freshman year show.
Oh, the freshman year.
I'm excited for it. Initially, I don't know if it's just me, but the marketing made it seem like it was canon. Unless I'm tripping. No, the marketing initially,
when they announced
they made it seem it was canon.
I was confused. I was like, because it was announced fast.
Right.
So I was like, when the fuck were we supposed to get a Spider-Man like show or anything? Mm-hmm. I was like, what is going on? And then when they said, and at first I was like, there's no way they do this live action because I haven't seen nobody talk about it or any things. But then when they were like, it's on cartoon cartoon. It did catch me off guard, and I didn't think it was canon, but I also didn't think it wasn't. It was like when they announced it, I was like, so is this? Yeah, I was like, exactly. So is this like a what if type canon thing where it's like it's canon, but it's like it's cartoon, so we can do more things with it, or is it just like a shit? I'm just throwing out there to get some money. Yeah,
because to me, when they first, when they first announced that they were doing that, the marketing made it seem like it was canon because it was like, oh, freshman year, this is how Peter Parker got the spider bite. This is how we lead into Homecoming. It's in cartoon version. I'm like, okay, it's fine. But they didn't want to up and say it was canon or not. Just the marketing made it seem like it was. And then fast forward to Comic-Con, we getting different scenes of him with Norman Osborn in his room as like that mentor figure, basically, how you were saying, like that what if style, like
because he's replacing, for people that don't know, in the Spider-Man freshman year, Norman Osborn is pretty much just saying if Norman Osborn was Spider-Man's mentor, MCU's type Spider-Man's mentor instead of Tony Stark. Yeah,
so we get that. We get Harry and like different other characters. So, and then obviously they show like the different costumes. We get different Spider-Man costumes. One of them was like the Future Foundation. I'm like, that deal with Fantastic Four, and they definitely ain't showing them niggas yet. So that's how I know this ain't canon. But initially they didn't want to up and say that. So I was like, was that just Marvel not wanting to say something prematurely? Because they probably did, I guess, at the beginning wanted to make it canon, but they probably couldn't get Tom Holland to come back and voice it. So they're like, well, let's do whatever.
Let's get his voice actor.
Yeah. And but I'm excited for the show. I'm gonna watch it anyway. I mean, I like the art style. I like
it gets that old school style. So yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm excited for it because I'm excited to watch it, but I'm not like overzealous. Like, oh man, I'm ready to watch it. I'm gonna watch it. If it's good, shit, I'm gonna be happy. If it's not good, I won't be mad because it's just at that point, especially since I'm not counting it as canon right now. So, right now,
definitely not.
Yeah. So,
but I'm glad we get Norman Osborn, like the original nigga
with the waves.
Norman Osborn. Hopefully, we get a Harry Osborn version as well. And yeah. So, Then the other show they're talking about X-Men 97, basically the next season of
The old X-Men.
the old X-Men show.
The OG.
I would have to rewatch that show. It was good. I remember watching it as a kid. I just gravitated more towards Spider-Man the animated series growing up rather than X-Men. But the X-Men was still good. But yeah, I would have to plan on rewatching that.
You know what the best X-Men show was though?
X-Men Evolution.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That was
remember that show.
Boy, that was the best. I don't give a fuck about that. I love the 90s one, the old one. Hey, but X-Men Evolution, dog walk your ass, nigga. That X-Men
show was
Evolution
good
was
as
the
hell.
shit. Nigga,
I heard that growing up.
I had the DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
I went to, where'd I go? I went to like the library and bought them. Well, I stole them hoes, but I bought them hoes.
I think this show was on Netflix.
Yeah,
I want to say it is.
I think so. But that, bro, like everybody's artwork in that hoe was good. The action was good. Everything about that show was
The
good.
story was good too.
Good as hell, nigga. Good as hell. If y'all haven't watched X-Men Evolution, do it now. It's the best. It's one of the best TV shows you can watch, and that's a fact.
I'm excited for 97. Also, Marvel Zombies.
Oh yeah, they are coming out with
That's
that.
gonna be live. I'm gonna watch that. I don't know. I think that's coming out sometime in like Phase 6, maybe even Phase 7. But when it does, you know, I'm gonna be watching that on my Disney Plus. But yeah, back to the Phase 5 schedule. We got Captain America: New World Order. This is the Falcon and Sam Wilson Captain America. This is the first Captain America we've gotten since Civil War, and that was like in 2017.
I was about to say 16.
It might be 16.
Civil War.
Let me see.
Civil War was in
Captain America
Civil
2016.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say yeah.
So that's the next. That was the last
Captain America
movie. I mean, if you want to count like Captain America lineage, maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier, but that's not a movie.
Nah,
But,
movie wise,
yeah. So 8 years.
New World Order. That's why New World.
I don't know who this. I had a theory like in this, and this is before they named the Captain America movie, but I was thinking like because me and Karen we watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. Well, I was rewatching it. He was watching it for the first time, and then when that ended, I was like, okay, maybe they do a play on like the Serpent Society, which is one of Captain America's like main villains. And that'd be like a little because at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, that was when
old girl,
the power broker,
the broker, yeah.
She got in the government, was on the phone with somebody. I'm thinking like, well, what if she's on the phone with some organization, maybe like the Serpent Society? They got all Tony Stark shit.
Yeah.
So they giving she's selling that shit off to the black market to them, and then Falcon and them fighting them in the beginning of the movie. So you add them in there. Only thing is, one of the characters, Bushmaster, he was a character in Luke Cage.
No. Oh, I'm talking about Bushman. I was talking about Bushman.
Oh, yeah, Bush, the Jamaican nigga. But I'm like, you can just recanonize that nigga, comic book accurate, anything good as new. But that's just my small theory. I don't know how they would do that, but I do think the end of this movie will set up Thunderbolt, which is not immediately, but it comes after Captain America, New World Order.
It's immediately after.
Yeah, basically 2 months after.
Yeah. For New World Order, I have no clue. This is really the only one on here. I have no thought on what they might do. And now that you said it's Serpent Society, it kind of makes sense. With having it with the power broker. I'm just trying to think in the timeline wise, would she get caught during this movie? Because what the year they're in right now in the MCU is like 2020, it's 24, right?
It's like 24, 25.
Yeah. And so we're just gonna guesstimate from right now from Wakanda Forever until then. That's a year our time, but that would probably be like what 2 years.
Yeah, so
time?
like let's say in the time frame of New World Order, it's 2026.
Yeah, and then she got put in power 24.
Yeah.
So they might show some back type stuff on like what she did and who she did some dealings with, and it could even be. Nah, they ain't gonna do that shit. I was about to say they could even throw some other characters in that hole, like Doom, but they ain't about to throw him.
Nah, I don't think.
Doom, I don't even think his name, just the city.
Right.
I think I think if one of these movies they go and one of these other things they gonna mention Latveria, because we thought it might be in a Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Because they still didn't say what that place was. They just teleported him there and then he dipped. But they gonna mention Latveria again, and I think it's gonna be in Wakanda Forever. They're gonna mention Latveria. But yeah, in this movie, they gotta mention somebody. And I know they're not gonna do it at all because they definitely killed that nigga off, or they're gonna throw him in way later on. But my only gripe with Marvel is that they do one-off villains. And they be some of the best villains. Like Ultron, I was so mad that he's I still can't think he's dead, because in the comics every time they said they killed him, he had a program somewhere.
Exactly.
Somewhere he had a program where it was cut off. So I can't think he's dead, but
exactly.
That's somebody who I want back, but that's beside the point. But
that would be live as hell if they did bring him back for this Captain America movie. Like, and he comes back and it just takes over in this AI world, and then
or he's like ordering stuff or buying stuff from the broker. He's like getting people to buy stuff from the broker. Then he builds a new body, right? But he doesn't actually fight he doesn't actually fight him. That's just like a one-off storyline, and you see it happen, and he's just like on some Thanos shit. Ultron's like, I'm back, bitch. And then it goes to somewhere else. But
yeah. And then we get Hydra Cap. Nah, I'm
Hell Hydra.
We get old man racist Captain America. Nah, I'm playing.
Yeah. That nigga really set through civil rights movement, didn't do nothing. Shit crazy.
He was dead. He was not dead. He was in the ice.
Time when he went back. Remember? Yeah, that nigga.
He was only there for one job.
That nigga
for one thing.
That nigga saw all that racism, didn't do shit. he ain't worn MLK. He ain't worn Malcolm X.
He was worried about that Peggy.
He was worried about that snow.
Yeah, but I do think whatever happens at the end of Captain America will immediately set up Thunderbolts, and depending on the rating of that movie, I think obviously.
Oh, they could throw. If it's set up Thunderbolt, they're gonna throw in U.S. Agent. He gonna be in that movie then, probably New World Order. But I saw something. I think the dude that plays him, he was like he hasn't got a call back. I think it was him or somebody that I was like, damn. It was him or somebody else.
Saw Jensen Ackles and was like, we gotta get this nigga to play U.S. Agent.
It was him or somebody for Marvel that's been in a show was like, they haven't got a call back for a movie that their character, where everybody knows their character more than likely is gonna be in. I think it was him, but I may be mistaken. But it was something like that. If it's him, that's kind of fucked up, but that's hilarious.
Fucked up. But yeah, I think with Thunderbolts you can go a multitude of ways. I think if Marvel just sticks to that Suicide Squad style, I'm not saying they gotta copy their little thing verbatim, but if they stick to that style, it's sad that the actor who played General Ross passed away. So, but they do have, yeah,
R.I.P.
But they do have the Val character, so she can kind of act as that figure for the Thunderbolts, as almost like as a Amanda Waller character, just less serious.
Yeah, less intense.
Yeah,
and not blowing people's heads off.
Throughout this, we're gonna be getting more introductions to the character. Like obviously, we know U.S. Agent,
Abomination.
I think Yelena Belova will be in this movie before she ends up becoming an Avenger.
Oh yeah,
because she's been working with Val for like a few.
What's
years.
Her name, sister?
Yeah, Black Widow's sister.
Yeah,
she'll be in this movie. I think through the shows of like She-Hulk and maybe even Ironheart, we might get a character in the Ironheart show. Val comes in at whoever the villain is. Val comes up and somehow gets him or her to be on the Thunderbolts. We got Baron Zemo,
U.S. agent.
Yeah, he's on there. So we have a decent
got
roster.
like seven characters already.
So it's gonna be good. I don't know what they're gonna do.
They're gonna do some. They're gonna do a job that takes a skill set of individuals.
Yeah, I do not expect this movie to be a part of the bigger plot of Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars. If you go in this movie thinking you gonna get some Kang backstory, you're in the wrong.
Hell
movie.
no, you're gonna get some. You're gonna get some of their backstories because it's definitely gonna show flashbacks of all of them. Because whenever they do a team up movie like this, where it's like villains, quote unquote, or like people that aren't on the cusp of being the greatest people, they always show the flashbacks or the little video screens of saying, "What do you think about person number 47?" Then they're gonna show some shit that Abomination did from Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
and then shit, they probably gonna fight some random.
Yeah, well, I was it would have to be someone worse than the group of individuals that they got.
Somebody that can fight Abomination at least.
Yeah, or I was thinking they do. Well, I read somewhere where they might hint at like a Red Hulk.
I was just about to say they could do a Red Hulk.
Yeah, they did like a Red Hulk and
he like go berserk or he like go off the cusp.
Yeah,
and they're like
stop him.
They like bring him back.
Yeah. Like, we can't let this nigga go off. We gotta keep this nigga for the Hulk.
Boy, that nigga U.S. agent gonna get his ass beat.
He's super soldier now. He can't die.
Shit. You saw what Incredible Hulk did? Get the Blonsky, kick that nigga shit. That's one of the funniest scenes of any movie.
Yeah,
nigga said, "I'm here now." Kick that nigga chest and folded him.
Yeah, definitely folded him. But that is the schedule for Phase 5. From Ant-Man Quantumania all the way to the Thunderbolts. So that's where it ends. And I think this is pretty good. It's pretty stacked, so I don't see them adding anything else extra in this lineup.
Nah, they said Phase 5 is pretty much, unless something drastic happens, they said Phase 5 is guaranteed. Yeah. Phase 6 is the only one that's like a whole bunch of open spots.
Yeah, there's a lot of open spots. The only ones that work, so we're moving on to Phase 6 right now, and the only confirmed dates that we know of as of right now, I think they're going to release a lot more of these at D23, which is their next Disney convention, exposition, whatever.
Yeah.
And but we have the dates for Fantastic Four, which is November 8th, 2024.
Whew.
I'm excited for that movie. We'll just go through the rest of the dates, and then I have like a theory for how Fantastic Four that I read and I actually like. And then the next confirmed date we have for Phase 6 is Avengers Kang Dynasty, which is May 2nd, 2025.
I can't wait for that hoe.
We have Avengers Secret Wars, which is that same year, November 7th, 2025. Now, off bat, I don't think they're going to keep these. I don't think they're going to keep the Avengers dates that way. I think they're going to push Secret Wars back.
You think you're going to put it like far like December?
Or like the next year, maybe that next year. Cause
what was the span between Endgame and Infinity War?
Well, initially that's what they did. They announced it in the same year with like it was like Infinity Part 1, like Avengers Infinity Saga Part 1 and Part 2, and they had them in the same year, but then they pushed Endgame back to like that following year. So I think that's what they're gonna do with Secret Wars, because having two Avengers movies in the same year is crazy. Like insane. They'd had to film both at the same time, which is what they did for Infinity War and Endgame. And as of right now, I haven't heard anything about them doing that. So if it comes out that they are doing that, then
I just looked up. They were exactly a year apart. Like literally, one was April like 26th one year, the other one was like April 27th the next year.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna do that. I just think they did it like this just to get people hyped. They see Avengers and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. You see two like literally that was for hype. If they keep it that way, hey, I ain't complaining. I'm gonna watch both.
They gonna take my money regardless. But I think to put out a better product
and let their visual effects team rest because and pay them money for once because Jesus.
I think it would be in their best interest to move Secret Wars back to that following year, like make it May 2026. But I'm not making the decisions. Kevin Feige is. So
I'll call him. I'll call him up. I got him on. I got him in the contacts favorites.
Bet that. Let him know.
He gave me an insight on our Secret Wars. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. But
back to Fantastic Four. So obviously, we have no idea who's cast for what. We think that John Krasinski is Reed Richards, but we don't know that for a fact. I personally think Multiverse of Madness confirmed that. That's just my opinion.
Reed Richards.
But yeah, I don't see anybody else playing that role, in my opinion. But so I think I read somewhere they're saying that instead of Doctor Doom being the main villain of Fantastic Four, you have the Molecule Man. And the Molecule Man he started out as like a small time villain for the Fantastic Four, but you have the Molecule Man because he's able to control things on a molecular level. The Fantastic Four gang up, beat him, and this is a Fantastic Four movie where they've already established their powers. So
yeah, it wouldn't be a origin story. Yeah, it wouldn't be an origin story.
But you had the Molecule Man. Through that movie, they kind of talk about their past, and they team up and beat him. And at the end, you have Dr. Doom come to the Molecule Man
and take him
and kind of put him under his wing. So that way, through Molecule Man, he's going throughout the different universe and through the quantum realm and like exploring these different things with the Molecule Man, because the Molecule Man can do that. So then that's how you get the stronger, like universal threat version of Molecule Man, as he's doing traveling through that, going through Doctor Doom and shit. And then he has a bigger role in Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. So that's just me kind of remembering it off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and read it, but I thought that was pretty interesting. If they weren't going to do Doctor Doom as a main villain, which I personally don't think they should do. But
The Molecule Man one could work because I'm gonna skip around. So I'm really about to talk about all three of these at once.
You're good. Go ahead. Break it down for me. Feeq.
If they do the Molecule Man right, and they do exactly how you did, like they beat him, Doctor Doom takes him. For people that don't know, Molecule Man and Secret Wars pretty much was the key to everything, right? Yes. He was the key because in Secret Wars, pretty much the way it goes is the Earth 616 was clashing with Earth. I'm just gonna throw out a number, 11. I forgot which of those exact numbers.
838.
Yeah, some shit. But pretty much they were clashing because the way that the universes were going, where they were all destroying each other. Yeah, like all the universes were colliding, and then pretty much everybody was just getting wiped out.
Yeah, the incursions.
Yeah, the incursions were going on. So in Secret Wars, pretty much all the heroes were fighting heroes because they were like, I don't want my Earth to die, so I'm gonna just kill your Earth. Yeah. So that's really what the whole, like, it's just a giant battle royale of shit happening. But at the end of Secret Wars, pretty much right before everything blows up, it's like a white light of just destruction that's going on. Then you have Doctor Doom, pretty much, I'm skipping a lot of parts, but Doctor Doom essentially uses the Molecule Man, because the Molecule Man powers up Doctor Doom, and he takes different parts of every universe. So it's like almost every Earth that's like on before it dies, he takes a piece of it, and then he makes a giant world. And then pretty much Doctor Doom is the god of that world, because at that point he's called God Doom. So his powers are on like celestial level. So they could do where Fantastic Four, after Fantastic Four, he takes Molecule Man. During Kang Dynasty, he doesn't show up until maybe the middle or end. They could have some wild shit. I wouldn't want them to. They could have some wild shit where Doctor Doom kills Kang. And then
like at the end of Kang Dynasty?
Yeah. And then they're just like, that's the end of his dynasty. And then that goes into Secret War, because you can have it where since Kang's dying, and you can honestly have where Kang Dynasty is just incursions going on, and then the incursion, pretty much the two worlds are about to collide. But Kang is like, I'm the king of this shit. I know how to fix it. But Doctor Doom kills Kang. The worlds are about to collide. They do the whole Secret Wars storyline, fighting, boxing, and then Doctor Doom pretty much saves everybody, quotation marks, and then he's that God Doom. And then you could have where Phase 7 is Battle World.
That'd be like, that next Avengers. movie is like Avengers Battle World or something.
Because if they do Secret Wars, they have to. If they do Secret Wars, they have to do Battle World. Because that's exactly what's after it. It's nothing else you do.
Yeah, that would be hard.
We
have a lot of mystery dates in between these that they still need to fill in.
Yeah, because it's like I think there's like 6 or 7 projects they had open to drop in there. But that would be crazy. But for Fantastic Four, the casting, as long as the actors are good, as long as it's honestly, if it's Doctor Doom or Molecule Man, I'll be happy. I don't think they're gonna throw in Silver Surfer. I don't think they're gonna throw in Galactus anytime, unless they throw Silver Surfer and Galactus into one of those projects that's like in between. Then they could do that, but I don't see them throwing them in yet. Which sounds wild, but I don't think they throw them in yet.
Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like you said, 7 mystery dates. One of those dates is a Spider-Man movie. One of those other dates is probably going to be some Disney Plus show of, I don't know. In terms of like movies, I can see them throwing like an
Ironheart movie.
Or I don't know.
They throwing in a Nova.
Yeah, Nova. Right? They confirmed a Nova series, which now that I'm thinking about it, they might show the Nova character in Guardians and have him be a part of the team, and then that show is just his backstory and like how they builds up to when Thanos basically destroyed the Nova Corps for the Power Stone, and that would be interesting. I can see them maybe doing like if Kevin Feige doesn't want to wait extra long to add the X-Men in here,
he could.
They might do like that Mutants project in Phase 6. I wouldn't be mad if they waited till Phase 7, honestly, but I can see them having a mutant movie in here in Phase 6 somewhere, so that way we have some mutants going into Secret Wars that aren't like the Fox Universe ones, that they don't want to do that. And then Secret Wars is basically where you have any and everybody coming back to reprise the role as a previous one, because it's going to be Variant City.
You just got to honestly, you just got to give all your old actors one movie deals of like 30,000.
Yeah.
30,000, 100,000, just to be like, come shoot this.
Shit, millions. Millions of dollars.
Hey,
thousands.
If y'all, I'm Kevin Feige. Millions. I know you're listening. I sent you the link. Find a way to bring back Robert Downey Jr. I'm not.
Yeah.
I honestly don't see him ever coming back. Besides being like a hologram or like a voice, like how he was in other stuff. If they physically bring him back, I won't lie. I will cry in that movie. I'll say that.
I can see it coming back as Secret Wars.
Yeah, because. And then Secret Wars was. And the good thing that they're setting up Fantastic Four is in Secret Wars, the main, if you want to say who's the main character in Secret Wars beside Dr. Doom, it was Reed Richards. Because Reed Richards, and then I forgot the name of his variant that's from the Ultimate Universe. He has like that helmet, that silver helmet.
Like the leader? No, not the leader.
I forgot his name.
It's like with a P.
I don't know. But pretty much it was Reed Richards, him. The main heroes that pretty much solved it was Reed Richards, his variant, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. It was
the Maker.
Yeah, it was Namor. It was Black Panther. It was who else? It was fuck. I forgot the other. It was a few more heroes in there. Doctor Strange, because. What ended up happening in Secret Wars, and I hope they take almost everything from that comic series, because that shit was crazy. But to go a little bit back to Kang Dynasty, I hope they really go into the different variants of Kang, because if they do, they could possibly, with that movie, introduce the mutants more.
Yeah.
Because if they do, what is his name, Ramatut, then they could throw in Apocalypse. If they do that, in that movie, it doesn't even have to be like a 30-minute section. It could be 10 minutes where it's just they talk about the different versions of Kang, and they're like Ramatut, and he's like, my XYZ apocalypse. I would be like, holy
or like
shit.
his actual name is like Insabat, like my apprentice right here, Insabat Nur. And I'm like, oh shit,
That's apocalypse
in the making. That's not Oscar Isaac.
That's funny.
But yeah, and then I could see them doing more X-Men mutant stuff in Phase 7 and past.
Yeah.
So I would just want to see at least one mutants movie in Phase 6. Just one. That's all I'm asking.
And I want them to bring back, I forgot his name, the one who plays Magneto in X-Men First Class, and that series of like the young, when they're younger.
Oh yeah.
I forgot his name, but he's my favorite Magneto. Personally, I like him as a Magneto. I feel like both of them really captured the role, but his, I felt a little more like, I guess,
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, I think his was more emphasis on like his backstory, so I really like that. Mm-hmm. But they also, in the Kang Dynasty, I feel like they're going to show the Council of Kangs.
Yes,
I forgot we didn't mention that, but for people that don't know, the Council of Kangs is pretty much just a giant. It's a giant council of Kangs. It's like hundreds, thousands of them.
A bunch of these variants across the multiverse of Kangs,
and they just make decisions or talk and shit.
And they alluded to that in Loki, so I can see them. I can see that actually being an end credit scene in Quantumania. Let's say they let's say they kill Kang, quotation marks.
Yeah,
and then the end credit scene is just
another one pops up. What the fuck did you do?
Yeah, and then or like we get another variant, and then we get like a scene of like this big ass room or like this city, almost like similar to like a scene of Omnipotent City, but it's just Kangs,
different
everywhere.
Versions, different features of them. That would go crazy because the Kang in Quantumania, I already know he's not the main. He's not gonna be the main Kang. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be a variant. I think he's gonna be like a mid tier, like strength level wise. I think he's gonna be, obviously, if Ant-Man and the Wasp fighting him or going against him, he obviously not the strongest one.
But he's still gonna be giving them problems.
Oh no! Oh, yeah. For sure. That's no doubt. It could be the weakest one. He'll still be taking. Nigga, I'll beat Ant-Man ass.
Let's relax.
As long as he don't get giant. But I think it'll be like that. And then if they show a council, if they show the council in Quantumania, that'll be hard. That'd be hard because that would make people go crazy. Because then everybody will be waiting for that Kang Dynasty movie. And that's a year later, but everybody's gonna be like, I need to see this Kang Dynasty movie to know why this council's here. Because
Marvel needs to do as much work. They need to do everything in their power to get the audience as intimidated for Kang as they did with Thanos. They need to do everything that they did for Thanos that they did for Kang. Because obviously, physically speaking, Thanos is more intimidating. But obviously, Kang is a lot more smarter than Thanos in terms of like base level. You know what I'm saying? Like Thanos is a very smart being as well, but like Kang is like on a different level, and he's the one who controls the timeline. So Marvel needs to figure out a way to make sure that like
people understand.
People understand he's not to be fucked with.
Yeah, and I think Quantumania is going to help with that. And I think that's why they showed that. I think that's why they showed that scene at Comic-Con of Kang saying, "Oh, you're an Avenger. Have I killed you yet?" Because for somebody who's like who go through different timelines, all this shit, has all this knowledge, but he's just like, I've killed so many of you niggas. He was like, shit, I
lost count.
He's like, I don't even know which Avenger you are. So he's like, shit, I don't even know if I heard of you. So you want to die quick too? So that's just, I think them showing that just really shows like you're not even a speck on the wall to him. You're not a thought. You're not a piece of wind. You're insignificant to him. So I think that's good. So if they keep the dialogue where every time he talks to somebody, where it's like on some like, I'm laid back, disrespectful to you, like, nigga, it's just like, nigga, did I kill you already? I guess I'll do it now. Fuck it. So yeah, I think if they keep with that, he's definitely gonna be like over intimidating.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's a lot. I'm excited, and I think Marvel's gonna release a lot more of those dates later on this year at D23 at their Disney Expo. But with that being said, we pretty much laid out the dates, at least the proposed dates right now for Phase 6 and Phase 5. I'm almost positive they're going to be a Spider-Man movie somewhere in Phase 6.
Spider-Man project. There's going to be a Nova project. That's 2. Shit. Maybe
X-Men project.
X-Men. That's 3.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 3.
Like that nigga. and I'm not saying this because I don't like Doctor Strange. I'm just saying it right now. I really enjoy Doctor Strange. Throwing a goddamn. I'm trying to think of characters. Punisher. They might do Punisher in that phase, as just to keep the low level type or the street level.
Yeah, street level ones.
Should they Moon Knight?
I don't think they're doing no season 2 of that.
No, they are filming.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
I guess
because the director whatever responded like like the girl put like Moon Knight season 2 and he was like Oscar Isaac was like, why do you think we're in Egypt?
yeah, I seen that.
So they unless they're both just trolling to the max, it's a season 2 coming out, so that's 5. So shit, 2 other projects randomly in there.
Yeah, but we're gonna see. I'm excited.
What's your
everything?
What's the most excited project you're for besides the Avenger movies, the 2 Avenger movies?
I would say the project I'm most excited for that's not an Avengers movie is Ant-Man Quantumania. I'm very excited for that. Just to see Kang, because when we first got him in Loki, I immediately was like, he's like, I fucked with that nigga for real. Like Immortus, or was like He Who Remains on. I'm like, he was made for this role, and I'm ready to see how they expand upon him in Quantumania and going forward. So this will be his first kind of like introduction as this intimidating figure in Marvel. So that's what I would say I'm most excited for. That and a Fantastic Four.
Okay. Cool. It's interesting.
Yeah. What about you?
Nothing. Most excited for that Groot movie. That Groot show.
Nigga, that was a movie.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If that was a movie, I'd be there day one.
I'm not watching that movie.
I feel like that Groot show gonna be like Minions. I still haven't seen Minions, but I feel like it's gonna be like that, like the Minion type movies where it's just like goofiness happening.
I think so too.
But for real, the main ones I'm excited for is Ant-Man Quantumania, and I think Blade. I think those 2.
I'm excited to see Blade. I'm just really more so excited for Quantumania and Fantastic Four, because I want to see if the MCU can redeem the Fantastic Four for one, because Fox has kind of ran that brand to the ground. So hopefully they can redeem them. But yeah, those are the 2 I'm most excited for.
Okay. Well, shit, that is pretty much our analysis. Not full blown because we don't have all the details yet, or some more details or stuff. But this is with our early details, insight on some of these projects. We're gonna do more episodes on individual stuff so we can talk more about it in depth. Secret Wars one, that's gonna be. I want a whole episode on that one. So
yeah,
because that's gonna be insane. Trust me, if y'all don't know about Secret Wars, it's gonna be insane for you. But anywho, now we're gonna get to our second part of the show, to get in our bag question. This week we have a question from that guy Jordan from Redacted, Texas. He said, "What is the saddest death in Marvel to you?" And I'm going to say outside of Tony Stark.
I would say when T'Challa first got snapped, like in Infinity War, that shook me. I was like, what the fuck? Because, yeah, that was the first time I'm seeing these group of heroes lose. So everybody's getting dissipated. I'm like, who's next? That nigga T'Challa just dusted off. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we just got Black Panther. What they doing? I'm damn near tearing up in the theater.
Thinking the movie, why would you do that?
Like, bro, we just got him. We just got this nigga. Like, what are we doing? And yeah, I shed real tears in that theater.
I will lie. I was tearing up during that. I think my saddest death was same movie but Spider-Man. It was just I'm not gonna lie. It was just something about the way he said, "I don't feel so good." Like, and now people make jokes about it.
Yeah.
Like, but in the moment, him saying that, I was like, bro. In my mind, I was like, I don't feel so good either, bro. And I legit shed a few tears. That death really, I was like, bro, this is insane, because when you go into superhero movies, your whole mind is like, in the back of your mind, you know it's gonna happen. Like, oh, the hero's gonna win at the end of the day. But I want to see what everything happens up to that point. I want to see the downfall, the climaxes, the upwards, and everything like that. So you're used to that in superhero movies. It was all that. Really, it was just a downward spiral, that whole movie. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't no ups. It was a downward spiral.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, okay, they gotta win, right?
Yeah. That's how everybody was. And the crazy thing is, when he snapped, like, as somebody who know the comics a little bit, you're like, I already know what that snap means. Like, I know he wiped out half the universe.
But like, not these niggas.
But but not these niggas.
You're right.
But the way it happened, it's like they didn't just disappear; they got disintegrated. So you had to see them die. It's not like they blinked away. You had to see them turn to dust. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that shit was. I don't fucking know, bro. That shit had me out of there. Jordan said, what did he say? He said he thinks one of the saddest deaths was when Yondu died.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
Yeah,
during Guardians 2.
That the part when they did the little send off for him, that I'm not gonna lie, I choked up in that part. They did this like firework type send off for him. I said the Ravager send off. That's what it was. I said, fuck, this a cool nigga, bro. And it made me. I think they added the sadness too, because Peter's character, his character was always like, I'm trying to find my dad, right? And so once his real dad, Ego, betrayed him pretty much, he was like, I kind of had this father figure this whole time, even though he was kind of fucked up at the beginning of his life. But like right now he was cool. So it was like, damn, he finally got it, but now it's going again. So that really fucked it over. You have any get in your bag question?
Not really. I guess if you had to pick your Fantastic Four, like at this the main five, we'll do main five. You like from your Fantastic Four team and Doctor Doom. Who would you pick?
Who would I cast?
Yeah.
Oh shit! On the spot, I'm trying to think of character right now. Actors. Okay, I got you. Fantastic Four. Dude, Krasinski.
Yeah, John Krasinski.
John Krasinski. If I did a Johnny Storm,
Michael B. Jordan?
Nah, fuck no. Hell no. Let me put up bro,
that movie had no business being that bad.
I still, to this day, I haven't watched that movie.
It had no business being that bad. Like the casting was so good. You got Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan. I don't know who this guy that played the thing was, and Kate Mara. These are like pretty decent characters. You got Reggie Cathy, He's been in a lot of shit. You got Tim Nelson. He was in the Incredible Hulk movie as Mr. Blue. They were supposed to be leading for him to be the leader.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that movie had no business being that bad. This shit has a 4.3 and a 27 Metascore.
For Doctor, I know who. For you put me on the spot. I don't know the actors in my mind. For Mr. Fantastic, Wayne Krasinski. For Doctor Doom, I would want Cillian Murphy. I know that for sure. 'Cause I've sent you his shit before.
Yeah.
I would want him. For people that don't know, he plays Tommy from the Peaky Blinders. The Peaky fucking Blinders. Really good show. Y'all should watch it. It's very good.
He was also in Inception.
Yeah, he was in Inception also. For Invisible Woman, I don't fucking know. Just somebody that can act good. I don't know about the rest of them. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would say for my team, give me fuck John Krasinski. I want
You don't want John Krasinski?
I want Leonardo DiCaprio as
Mr. Fantastic?
Yes.
In the MCU? I could not see that. I would
No. Let me change it. Leonardo DiCaprio as the Human Torch. All right.
He's old.
Hey, relax, buddy. You hear it out. I want Tom Hardy as the Thing. Tom Hardy as the Thing.
No, bro.
Let's see.
Fuck no.
Let's see.
You need
who was the nigga?
You need somebody with a round head for the Thing, bro.
In what's it called? He's a rock. It don't matter as long as he got the voice. Patrick Wilson, I would want as Reed Richards. He was the nigga, the father. He was in them Conjuring movies.
You want Patrick Wilson?
Yeah, him.
I could see him as Mr. Fantastic.
And then for
Invisible Woman.
Give me Viola Davis. No, I'm kidding.
Goddamn Alexis Texas.
Cut that out.
Nah, it's staying here, man.
give me Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
You want Gal Gadot
as Invisible Woman, yeah. And then for Doctor Doom,
so the MCU can get canceled.
What does she do?
You don't know what she's done.
What does she do?
Just look it up later. Look it up off air.
And then actually no, for I scratch that. I'd want Jennifer Lawrence as
Invisible
Woman. I think she'd be a decent one. And then for
it's a big ass age gap.
If they don't bring back the Magneto actor for Magneto, I can see him playing Doctor Doom. Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, he could play both because he's him or Cillian Murphy. I wouldn't mind having as Doctor Doom.
If we can't have Leonardo DiCaprio as Johnny Blaze, then I would get Billy. I'd get Billy from Stranger Things.
Okay,
Mac's brother.
Yeah.
He
could be. Yeah, he could definitely be a Johnny Blaze. That's interesting.
And then Tom Hardy as the Thing, just the voice, not him, just the voice. Because if you listen to Venom, like you just ask him to say it's clobbering time. Tom Hardy. So
what breaks first, your body,
and then
or your mind?
The body for the Thing. I don't know. Get fucking The Rock. No pun intended.
You think darkness is your ally? Think about to turn to Bane midway
or
through.
Just get Vin Diesel at the body. Just get Vin Diesel's body, but Tom Hardy's voice.
They gotta get Batista. Oh shit!
Nah, get Brock Lesnar's body, but Tom Hardy's voice.
That nigga don't got no neck. That nigga's head and body. That nigga's head,
So
shoulder.
yeah, that would be my Fantastic Four, and I think that'd be a great movie.
You gonna get lower rated up. Bro, if I heard Leonardo DiCaprio said flame on, hey, I'm crying. Imagine, bro, Leonardo DiCaprio, flame on. Oh, shit. Nah, I need to get some young actors. What if they get old dude from Euphoria? The football, the crazy ass football nigga. I forgot his name.
Oh, damn!
I hate that nigga.
I hate his character, but I think he'd be a good Johnny Blaze, and like in terms of looks. I haven't seen him in any other shit besides Euphoria.
I don't.
So I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of monotone.
Yeah, definitely creep vibes.
Yeah, very, very creepy.
He could probably play Dr. Doom. Nah, I'm kidding.
A young Dr. Doom. Very creepy. No, but yeah, that is closing out the section for our getting our bag section. Now for our last section, we have the redacted rules section. Each week we come up with a rule. If we have a guest, they come up with the rule. If it's just us two, one of us come up with the rule. So this week, Dana, the redacted rule is on you. So what is your redacted rule? I believe this is number
5. Huh?
Yes, because we started off with Water, then it was Jordan's, then it was Danny's, then it was Jalen's, and now it's you. Yeah, number 5.
So my redacted rule is, if you ain't hurting, you ain't working.
Yes, sir. So redacted rule number 5. If you ain't hurting,
you ain't working.
Bitch, you ain't working. Oh man. Yeah, so that's about to close out the rest of the show. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Everything. Continuing to share us. Big things. Yes,
sir. Share us on all platforms. Rate us a 5-star. Share us with your friends, family, and
your mammy.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social media for real. Make sure we try and get to 200 on our Twitter. We got to 200 followers on our Instagram, which is good, but we got to build on that. So we can't do that if y'all ain't liking our stuff and sharing it with your friends and family. So make sure you stay up to date with us, and just more great things to come.
And our DMs are open.
Yeah,
our DMs
Mine
are open.
aren't for that kind of stuff, but
our DMs are open.
Yeah, the account DMs.
Dana's too. DMs are open.
Anyway, this has been your boy Dana Dane.
It's your boy Feeq,
and we out.
Peace.
Rest peace, Chloe, I'ma show him how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fed, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little perk, could be yellow in a brew. 48 vert, quick burns. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice to the drop like Shane came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mate. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe my payroll. I get active at night then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was Mako. I think I'm a Soviet clutching a Draco. You said it was bacon, we taking your cake though. I got the tree like a poplar. I've been at Tim, ain't no